All right, guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun white trips deep. Pros X go. On one. Ready?
Ready.
What's up, everybody? It's SpruceGooseTV back with another breakdown for the HuddleGG YouTube channel. And in today's video, I want to show you one of my favorite RPOs in all of Madden. It was great last year, and it's great again this year. And I think it's an excellent base play to build an entire scheme around. So the play is going to be RPO Trap Alert Bubble. It's in 4 different playbooks, but here I'm running it out of the Texans playbook. And I think the Texans playbook is really, really great this year. And if you're a subscriber to the HuddleGG site, then you may be familiar with AntCap's gun empty scheme out of the Texans playbook, which is an excellent 5-wide scheme. And so if you're running the Texans playbook, not only can you use that awesome scheme, but then you can also come to this trips tight end offset formation as well. And exclusive to the Texans playbook in trips tight end offset is actually the play speed option, which is right here, which is just a nice little gadget play to throw in there. But that's not the point of this video. We're focusing on RPO Trap Alert Bubble. And so I'm going to go ahead and call a play, and I'll do random play on defense. And so what I really like about this play is that both components of the RPO do their jobs extremely well. And so the first component, the handoff to the running back, it's a trap run, and that's typically going to be tougher for a user to gap shoot than an inside zone because people are used to shooting inside zones, basically straight up the middle. On a trap, the timing of the shoot is different. The blocking assignments are different with the pulling guard. So that's why I like the Trap Alert Bubble so much. And it's a really solid run play. I'd say I usually get pretty solid yards on it. Sometimes, of course, there are going to be block sheds, but for the most part, I would say this is a very solid run play. And unfortunately, I'm not getting some good reps right now. But in general, if your blocks are going to hold, which I would say like in game, they hold pretty well. And you can see right there, we got a nice little gap. I think that on its own, it's a very solid run play. But what makes this play so unique compared to just any old 0-1 trap, of course, is going to be the bubble screen to our B receiver. And so what I'm always doing on this play is I am reading the 2 cornerbacks lined up in front of the B receiver and the Y receiver. And in some case, you won't have anyone lined up in front of the B receiver. And when that happens, I'd say 9 times out of 10, you can go ahead and make that throw. And so the 2 things we want to watch out for when deciding whether we're going to throw the bubble screen are, 1, is our receiver on the bubble screen manned up? And so if at the snap, that defender lined up directly across from him moves with him to the outside, he's probably manned up. And most of the time, we don't want to throw that. And then the second thing we want to look out for is, are one of those defenders, either the one in front of our B receiver or the one in front of our Y receiver, are they in a hard flat, like a 0-yard flat? Because that can get in the passing lane, and you are at risk of throwing an interception if you throw straight at one of those flats. And so as long as we don't see either of those at the snap, then we're going to throw to the bubble screen. And if we see one of those, we don't have to do anything. The ball just gets handed off, and we run our trap just like we would on any other run play. And so I'm going to go ahead and run this a couple times. And right there, the read was on the inside defender. I'll show the replay real quick. He did not move to the outside. We didn't see the defender in front of the wide receiver crashing down super fast. And so we make the throw. And so, again, right here, I'm just reading that defender straight across from him. You see how he actually moves to the inside. The second defender reading, he just kind of stayed in place. Pretty easy to read. Throw the bubble screen. You want someone fast here, of course, and get to the outside. And we've got about an 8-yard gain. And so building around this play, I think, can make for a really, really great scheme out of trips tight end offset. And especially last year. I don't run it as much this year, but last year, trips tight end offset was my primary scheme for a while, and it was entirely based around this play. And right here, that was an unusual case of a defender just completely flying in there. That really does not ever happen. But the reason I did not throw it was because I read that the bubble screen receiver was manned up. And so if we go through this again, we can see that the inside defender came in, and now we're off, and we get a huge gain on that. But I definitely recommend, if you're looking for a new scheme, trips tight end offset, especially one of the playbooks that has this trap alert bubble. This is such a great play because not only do they have to account for the trap, they have to account for the bubble screen, and they have to account for all the other passing plays out of trips tight end offset as well, which there's some really, really excellent ones. I have a free ebook on my YouTube channel from last year out of trips tight end offset, and all the same principles still apply. There's one more thing I want to show you guys that I don't think everyone knows about with these RPOs, And it's that if you motion over one of these blocking wide receivers, their blocking assignment actually turns into a hitch route. And what you can actually do is you can motion them over and then quickly throw that. And it's like having a third option on this RPO. You've got the hitch, the run, and the bubble screen. And that makes it a really, really tough play to defend. Now, if you think it's man coverage, I definitely wouldn't throw it. Like right here where it looks like it's probably zone coverage, where you see like the cornerback moved way outside of where the receiver was when we hiked the ball, it's a really good option to throw. If the cornerback moves with him and just kind of like matches him on his motion, then you definitely don't want to throw it. But you can see right here, we're getting some really good zone looks on the defensive side. And so that's just another trick you can have. And also, it's pretty common in trip sets to be motioning over a receiver anyway. So you can motion that guy over on one of your passing plays out of this set, and your opponent has no idea if you're running this trap alert bubble or if you're just running any other passing play, and that guy might be on a streak or a slant or who knows what. And so having this play as your base play in trips tight end offset can really give your opponent so many issues just because there's so many options, and it can look just like every other play in the scheme. And so if you're looking for a new scheme, or you like the idea of having the trap and the bubble screen side by side, definitely give the trap alert bubble a shot. It's an extremely fun play in my opinion. And like I said, the Texans playbook is an awesome playbook overall, both for this, for the speed option in this formation, as well as Antcap's gun empty scheme. So anyway, guys, that is the video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload. And if you enjoyed my breakdown, come check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/SpruceGooseTV. Thank you so much once again, guys. Have a great one, and we'll catch you in the next video.